if you are the admin, Facebook will prompt you a message saying that please respond to this customer to keep your performance up or something like that. I couldn't remember the actual message. Facebook also time you on respond. Okay? So, whenever a customer, very pandai one, they want to buy from ITCOM, they saw it in Lazada, they don't want to buy immediately one. They still want to susah payah go to your Facebook, ask you the question. Hi. Just hi. Just hi. They just want to hi and see someone will be there, hi back or not. So that they know that this company exists. So you just hi back lah, hi. You hi again, then you ask, what can I help you? Okay? So they say, again they say, I saw this thing very cheap, can I buy from your store or not? No. Say no. You can only buy from my online store with this price. You cannot buy with this price in my offline store. I shared with you the clue word already, right, just now. Why you cannot share the same pricing. Of course you can have your own choice, but you keep your own team lah. Okay? So the live chat is very, very important. Facebook Live. Now, talk about Facebook Live. Now you see everyone, Lengloi, Amoy, all pakai baju, all try, then 1 hour, they keep on changing the baju, and then they ask people to buy. You watch any live before or not? Buy anything from live before or not? Facebook Live? Never. Abang tak pernah tengok live? Pernah? Tak pernah beli? Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Because Facebook Live is another interactive within you and your customers. Now we're talking about customers' relationship. Because if you have a retail store, they can come to you, they see you, they touch you, they touch your product. Touch you cannot lah. Touch you cannot. Touch you, you also put the further inside. Okay? They see your product, they touch your product, they shop already, they buy lah. But inside an e-commerce world, you cannot see, you cannot touch, you cannot feel, you cannot eat. So what you do? You want very lively response from people, from that particular company, where they come up with hi, or they come up with live. So you can see very interactive within your customers. This is one of the way. Okay? And WeChat. Anyone use WeChat? Get ready, WeChat Pay is coming. Okay, so I'm not doing promotion for them, don't worry. Okay, so WeChat is another way for people to communicate with you. Okay, and also you got free call you don't have to pay sometimes. You know what I mean, right? You know what I mean, Okay, so YouTube video. Okay, you do a lot of YouTube video so that a lot of company, especially during Raya, Chinese New Year, Christmas, or Deepawali, you see brands which is coming over to you with videos, but not selling product one. Cellcom, Maxis, Petronas, they always do that. Okay, so I'm going to go faster already. Platform Q&A is always asking in Lazada, they ask you answer. Okay, they ask you must answer, Don't they ask you ignore, Okay, then Instagram, AR and VR technology, which is the one that you stand in front of the machine, you just leave your hand up, the clothes is like putting on top of you already. You understand or not? Then you look like that, then you change color, you see whether you fit nicely on yellow or red. Okay, that's called AR, VR technology. So, very good tools. But, I put a but there. They are also your massive killer if you don't handle it well. Okay? I put a clue there. If you don't attend to your customers in your online business accordingly, and they will kill you in all these platforms. Okay, take note of that. So I show you the disaster. How to handle e-commerce nightmare. This is real case, my case. Beli hard disk dapat batu. I was in the top search of Google of the day within 4 hours because of this case. Okay, I sold a hard disk and the customer received a batu. So, and it was so fast. They put up the thing up, and all the bloggers start to pick up the article, and they start blasting. And it went up so massive in 4 hours time. It was in top search of Google. I never know I was so popular before until that. 4 hours. So we attended very fast. We attended to this case very fast when we pick up this thing. And this one that sends to us is not we discovered. It's our loyal customer that discovered and sent this thing back to us, asked us to respond fast. Because our customer know that we will not do this thing. So we responded fast. and we managed to subset the case within 6 to 8 hours. But very good luck. How? Very good question. Immediately contact the customers. Don't run away from mistake. Don't run away from problem. Okay, this one is because someone has swapped the parcel, obviously. Okay, so because we have been in business for quite some time, we won't do this kind of thing. And we immediately call up to the customers. Don't think twice. Don't drag, don't delay. Don't be afraid. Call first, immediately call first. Okay, call already, ask what's the problem, tell him we are looking into this case. At least he know that you're looking into it. Don't run away. Okay, if you think that problem is so massive until you cannot handle, you have to start contacting the platform. Get the platform to react, help you to react together. So two parties helping together to react to this issue. Okay, mine was very lucky, it stops there. When we work together with Lazada and it stops there. But if it doesn't stop there, I give you a clue. If you have this kind of issue, doesn't stop there, you have another solution which is called a PR agency. Okay, a PR agency is where you can seek for assistance to get the PR agency to come up with all the articles and with the media coming out to clear yourself out. Of course, to get the user to come out together. Okay, this is very critical case because I'm running out of time, so I won't carry this thing. So, okay, I put this fast. If you have those problems, you have a black mark there already. People attacking you already, the whole world attacking you because of that mistake. What you can do, don't keep quiet. Okay, continue your journey with your direction, okay, and build more good review to cover that thing. Because if you are a user, you saw one bad review but 1,000 good review, you think the fella got problem or the company got problem. See that? The clue word. Okay? Another thing, this is what I screenshot at what Sunny screenshot just now. Create your own icon and stay unique. Don't duplicate people. Because if you can't find your own uniqueness and your own icon, you will only be a copycat or duplicator. Okay? Don't do that. Find your own icon in your website, in your Facebook, in your Lazada, 11th Street, everything in your design. Okay? So, my very last advice to all of you, promise what you can deliver and deliver what you can promise. Never over-promise, not only to yourself but to your entire team. I always tell my entire team, do not over-promise customer. You promise, you do it. You don't promise things that you cannot deliver. Then, please fix it. Okay? So that's all for myself. So we stay the Q&A afterwards to Sunny afterwards. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Sharon. Alright, okay, so next we have Nadhra from TresGo. Okay.
Hi everyone, my name is Nadhra from TresGo. So you might be wondering what logistics has to do with customer relationship management. So as you know, Sunny and Sharon has explained to you, there are a lot of few touch points when you sell online. So one of the things that they've touched are the chatting with like online and things like that. But what really matters is, at the end of the day, do I get my item after I've paid? And the only human touch, real human touch that they actually get is the post-laju guy that they meet at the front of their gate. So how do you make sure that the entire journey, because you've done all the CRM on your side, whatever you can control, you control. So how do you know how this part of the logistics will work so that you can help your customers to manage their own expectations? Okay, so alright, so today I will touch on a few things, which is inventory management, how do you do operations costing, how you use technology and data to maximize revenue for your company. I will go very swiftly today and touch on a few slides that I think are very important for me to relay to you guys. So of course, the entire customer chain is you get a customer, they will buy online, choose the products, pay, and then there's a fulfillment part that comes in, and then delivery to the customers. So what happens once you've done marketing, right? So with effective digital marketing, you can essentially increase your sales multiple folds within a very short period of time. So what happens during this time? So can I please have a show of hands who does their own fulfillment? Meaning that who stores their own item, who packs it, a lot of people here. Alright, okay, cool. So if you are a small time business, probably if you do it yourself, you can manage up to 20 parcels a day if you do it alone. But after 20 parcels, you have to start thinking of how you want to operate your business so that you can focus on your time to do sales. You know, packing and then taking orders doesn't give you money. If you focus on marketing, that gives you money. So isn't that great if you can focus the additional time that you have to do other things that can generate you revenue? Okay, so the things that normally happen is, of course, number one, inventory management. Once you know, orders get crazy, sometimes what you think you have, probably you have, in your list you would have 1,000 items left, but then suddenly you only have, you know, 300. So sometimes when, you know, order management gets a bit havoc, then your inventory management goes haywire lah. And then you have to pack, and then at the same time you have to wait for the post laju guy to come and pick it up from you, or you probably have to go to the post office to get it delivered. So that takes a lot of time. So what happens normally in a normal customer journey? Alright, so the normal thing that people would think about is you buy, you pay, then you wait for the item. But there are a lot of things from your perspective, a merchant's perspective, that you need to know. And sometimes you need to manage expectations of your buyer. So what is that? Alright, so the first step is, of course, you do demand planning. So if you're in fashion, probably you think, okay, Raya is coming up soon. So if it's not baju kurung, hijab, that's probably going to be doing very well for the next few months. Okay, and then supply. Where do you get the supply from? Do you get it from Vietnam, Indonesia, or do you do it locally? The next one is getting the products to your warehouse. Probably you would engage with a freight forwarder or a courier company if your volume is not too big. And then you will start selling. So once you start selling and they've started paying, that's when you start packing. Alright? So you start packing and the post laju guy comes to your place. So what normally happens? So from the day that you've packed and from the day the post laju comes to your place to pick it up, what normally happens is they will only go back to their hub, their warehouse at the end of the day. So maybe day on, your post guy comes to your place at 3 o'clock. So you can only take order up to 12, and after that you don't promise, right? Like any order that comes up to 12, maybe then you say next day. So that guy will come to pick you up, pick up the parcel, not only from you, but they have to go to other people around the surrounding the area. By the time they arrive at the warehouse, it's probably about 6, 8 o'clock already. So normally that day it doesn't count for day one of waiting for delivery parcel. And then it depends which location, right? If it's in KL, probably can get next day if you're lucky. If not, it's the day after. So that is day 1, day 2, day 3. So you have to say to them, okay, if you're from a certain area, then probably you can wait from 1 to 3 days. Don't over-promise, because normally you have to also count when you pack the item. I mean, the person could be buying at 3 o'clock today, then you cannot count today as day 1. So always manage the expectation from the date. Maybe how you manage it is from the date they get tracking number. After they get tracking number, wait for 24 hours, then they can track. So sometimes we get requests after they've paid, hey, hello, tracking number cannot track, how come? I say, wait, you know, the post laju guy haven't come yet, they haven't really scanned. So all of those things you need to understand how the delivery guys work so that you can manage expectations of your customer. Okay, so what are the processes, right, when you are planning for your inventory as well as fulfillment? So there are a few sides to it. Number one is, of course, demand planning. You have to analyze things like seasonality and what are the top selling items in the target market that you are looking at. If your target market is female, then of course fashion and cosmetic. Even in fashion, then you have to see what demographic are you targeting. Could be the Malay segment, then probably hijab, then you know, Muslimah wear. If it's certain other races, then if you are targeting for the Chinese market, then you need to make sure that you are producing items when you know, the Chinese season comes in, you know, Chinese New Year and things like that. Supply planning, okay. So in terms of supply, you can also collaborate with other brands. You don't always have to do it yourself. You can always do an OEM, and also you produce your own items. So you have to manage your inventory well. Transportation, of course, not only from the courier side, but from where the factory is to your warehouse, and from your warehouse up back to the customer, and supply allocation. In terms of fulfillment, Of course, you have multiple marketplaces. Can I have a show of hands? Okay. So in one day, you probably, if you manage it yourself, one day you have to open probably 2 browsers, 3 browsers, 4 browsers. So I mean, it's okay if you're doing like up to 5, different marketplaces. But if you sell on so many marketplaces, it can get confusing. So it's better for you to get a place where you can centralize all of your order management. And then backlog management, if you have any backlogs. And then customer verification as well for you to know where to send all the items. Okay, so I would like to share today 4 components of inventory planning. Number 1 is manage your lead time. So people always ask me, how do I know when to reorder? So part of the thing we do is we provide our merchants space to keep their items, and then we manage the inventory by the SKU. Once an item is being bought online or offline, we get it packed and delivered. So these people are normally not brand manufacturers. They are OEM, they get a white label from somewhere, put their brand, and then they sell it. So if their brand is what we call a classic brand, right, meaning that month in, month out, sure, selling like hotcakes one, then how do they know when to reorder? So you need to know in 1 month, when is the lead time from the moment you place an order to your supplier and until the day you get it. Example is a month. Then you know within a month how many do you sell. So if 1 month you are able to sell about 500 units, then the moment your inventory reaches 500, that's when you make a reorder. Okay? Safety stock, you always need to have a buffer. Once you've sold a few batches, then you know how much buffer you need, and that buffer is required especially when you're doing sales or during the time when your products are affected for seasonality. Alright, next is forecasted sales. Always know what you are planning to sell, hence you order accordingly. And reordering point. So at which point where you reorder for new products or existing products. Okay, so the next one is best practices in e-commerce. So as I've asked just now, I can see a few hands that a lot of people are also selling on a few marketplaces. So last time you could probably have 5 different physical outlets, but nowadays you would replace it with 5 different marketplaces. You sell it on Lazada. If you sell fashion, then Zalora, your own website, then social media. So that one is at least 4. So Lazada has their own fulfillment by Lazada. What is stopping you from going to Lazada and giving them all the items, and all you just do is wait at the side? So the reason why you might want to consider other options is because you are selling on multiple marketplaces. If you give your item just to Lazada, then you are parking all your items there. So what happens, right? All marketplaces, people are on many marketplaces because different marketplaces has their own specialty. If you're looking for household electronics, you go Lazada. But if you want to buy a dress, you don't really go Lazada. I normally go to Zalora. Okay, they have variety, and then it's very targeted. So you do not want to just give all your items to one marketplace. Reason being, if Zalora does a better job getting more traction, giving you more sales, how are you going to easily transfer that item? So your items is stuck there, which is why you need to have a place where it's centralized. Doesn't matter what is the performance of any of the marketplaces, you are able to fulfill at the time that you've promised. Okay? Next one is embrace automation. So right now there are a lot of sites out there that integrates orders from different marketplaces. Okay, so you have to have a look at things like Site Giant, Red Dino, some of the examples. If you are just using Excel, that is not automation, although it is using a laptop. That is still very manual. So you need to embrace automation. Even like TresGo, what we offer is that it doesn't matter where you sell, our system is able to integrate with all the marketplaces so that you just get onto TresGo and see all the orders being, aggregated in one place, whether it's online or offline. So right now, people who target the Malay market, right? Those Malay market, they still work on, they go PM to PU, and then they will go on WhatsApp, they will pay by bank transfer, and then they will let you know that they've paid. Then you have to check, and then okay, then you release the item. So at that moment, where do you put that order, right? So our system enables that to happen. All you have to do is get onto our system and do the pick list accordingly. So what I'm trying to say is that Doesn't matter whether you sell online or offline, bank transfer, we consider it offline. Whether you sell it to outlets, you still need to have a centralized space to manage all of your orders. Because what happens is that nowadays, Malaysians are so trained to look for deals. They know that raya deals, mid-year deals lah, end-year deals lah, and anything, wait for deals. They look at the price, oh, I like this item, but wait lah, I can wait 1.5 months, got one more sale coming up. What happens? So this is your sale. So what happens to that is, sometimes when it goes down, then you susah hati lah, cannot sleep at night. So what happens is that merchants nowadays make sure that they have components of both online and offline. You know that day in, day out, you can open your store 24/7, but you need to make sure that every month got some seller out there will buy from me. Which is why you need to make sure that you are able to not only sell at bazaars, but also to certain outlets. So, which is why you need automation to manage all your orders. Alright? Reanalyze your packing process. Some people, if you sell clothes, it's okay. Even if you don't bubble wrap, you just put it in a plastic, put it in the parcel bag, then your item should be okay. But some items are very fragile. Then you need to know what are the right amount of bubble wraps you should have. If you have, because you can put a fragile sticker lah, but let me tell you the truth, they're all just gonna campak in the lorry. You can put so many fragile stickers, it doesn't matter. So you have to make sure that you pack it well, and you have to include that packing cost into your margins. Okay? Provide channel for return items. Of course, if you're on a marketplace, this is no problem. But if you are working based only on social media, then you have to figure out a way of how your angry customer can give you back the item and you can replace it, or maybe provide something which is better than you already bought. Alright, and also of course, if you have a team, train your staff well. When you pack certain items, although packing is good for safety of the item, but they also cannot use 10 meters of bubble wrap in 1 week and then finish lah. So you also have to train your staff well. Okay, so very quickly, operations costing. I'm sure you all know this very well. If you're already on a marketplace, consider that part of your costing for your gross margin not to only include the cost of the item, but also include the commission that you ask for, as well as the logistics cost that you're paying from wherever the factory that you ordered from. Alright, also other operating expenses. I'm sure you know already: rental, labor, utilities, packing materials, and delivery costs. Alright. And also, if you have other costs like centralized costs, you include marketing, domain name, other labor, non-logistics related like marketing, and also legal and accounts related. Alright, very quickly, the importance of data. So what are the important data that you need to capture? To us, we think there are 4 different types of data you need to analyze once you have finished the entire fulfillment cycle. Number 1 is you have to look at, during a certain season, what are the items that does well. Also, month on month, you need to see what are your probably top 10 items. So that at the end of the day, you could probably have about 300 SKUs, but what are the most top 10 SKU that you can concentrate on, that you can always leverage on, and what are always the continuous items. Number 2 is if you're active on social media, you need to know on what days do you sell the most, because this will help you on when do I post my next marketing push. On what days are all my customers mostly on social media. So most of the time we collect all this data, and what we see is of course normally on weekends and on the midweek. Okay, and the third data is, because you sell on multiple marketplaces, which marketplace do you sell the most? So I can share with you our current merchants. If you are selling fashion, even if you're on Lazada, Zalora, 11th Street, Shopee, and also your own website, as well as social media, 6 Spaces, number 1 is normally Zalora. Then number 2 is their own website. So, and then number 3 is Lazada. So the reason why Lazada is almost a common factor is because they spend a lot on marketing. Whether you like it or not, they will always appear there. So, and also whether you probably sell there a lot or not, you have to be there because it's like the most popular mall. Everyone is there, so you just have to be there when people search for you, you will come out, hopefully. Alright? And also, the next one is look at seasonalities. Throughout the year, what are the most popular products? Then you can have once you look at your 1 year review, you can decide to continue with the products or discontinue it. Alright? Okay. So there are a few ways where you can conduct your online business. One is you do your business yourself, meaning that you have your own online store, you do your marketing, you do your sales. Then after you've completed the sales, then you go and doing the packing, and then someone will come over to do the delivery. So what happens is that, of course, you will incur rental, okay, because you need a place to place your items. Unless you are quite micro, then you probably operate from home. Alright, then you need someone to help you out because you can't be doing everything. Packing needs to be done. Someone needs to do the marketing. Someone needs to, get all the orders. Alright, and then utilities for the place that you are at, and then the upfront packing cost. Alright, once you've bought all the products, you need to buy the packaging materials that comes with it, because you never know whether you're gonna sell everything at one shot or probably sell bit by bit. So these are the costs that you have to spend before selling. So what happens is that you are incurring a lot of operational costs upfront. So especially when you just started or you just want to make sure your team is small, then these are the costs that you have to incur. What is the alternative? The alternative is nowadays, it's very popular for co-working spaces where you share your office. And another alternative is a co-sharing of warehouse. So that is what TresGo provides. You can essentially share a warehouse with other people, and you pay storage on flexi rate. You only pay for the space you occupy. So as compared to getting a shop lot, you probably have to pay, say, 2,000 square feet, 2,000 ringgit. With a shared warehousing, then you only pay by the cubic meter. So depending on how many pallets you have, probably you have 10 pallets, 20 pallets, you can save a lot more cost than that. The other costs, things like utilities, labor, upfront packing costs, those are the kind of things that you only pay once you have made a sale. So these companies, fulfillment companies, right, like TresGo, what we do is we only charge packing and delivery once a transaction happens. So you see, you can try to minimize as much cost as possible. So month in, month out, you only pay storage. The rest of the other costs is only being paid once you have made the sale. So you know that you can pay already lah. That's number one. But number two is you also know that that cost can be transferred to your clients. So let me share with you, on average, if the parcel weight is about 500 grams, RM8.80 Peninsula Malaysia, Kautim, all store, pack, deliver. Alright? So you see, instead of having two other guys who do packing and maybe one person who does marketing, you can essentially just be you and another person who does marketing. The rest of the kerja remeh-temeh all can be done by someone else. So that is the option you have in the market currently. Okay? So if you guys have any questions, we can talk a bit later, but I will pass it on to Zakki from Myparcel Asia.
Okay, thank you, Nadhra. Okay, before that, anyone lost their phone? If not, I can sell it on Lazada. Anyone lost their phone? Over here? No. Okay, next we have Zakki. The website first. Okay, wait.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Zakki. A bit about myself. I'm the CEO and founder of Myparcel Asia. 14 years of experience in the supply chain logistics industry in 3 different multinational companies before this. So I came out and started up this company. In the 14 years in supply chain logistics industry, I did warehousing, inventory management, distribution, air freight, import, export, express parcel deliveries, as well as ocean freight. So we did the whole spectrum. Even the team that I built around Myparcel Asia, Morali, that's helping me, he used to be the IT manager of TNT Express. We used to work together over there. So this solution, or this company that we've built on, has a lot of experience in the domain knowledge of supply chain and logistics. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go straight into, I'm not going to give you any slides. I'm just going to go straight into the website for you to have a look what our service is all about. In a nutshell, we are the Agoda of courier providers. You can go to our website. We are a platform. You can choose which courier provider you want and make a payment, and that courier provider that you want will come and do the pickup from your doorstep. So you need not drive to any more Post Laju or DHL or GDEX. Just stay from where you are, and everything will be done digitally, and they will come and pick it up from your doorstep. This is exactly how we want to help the SMEs, which I think about 99% of people in this room. Before I go further, I'd just like to ask one question. How many parcels do you think Malaysia is moving domestically on a daily basis? Anybody? Just a guess. 2-3 million. No.
500,000.
It hit 800,000 December last year. It's hitting 1 million now. Okay, next question. Out of that, Lazada is the biggest seller in Malaysia, right? Lazada, what do you think is Lazada's volume out of that 1 million parcels?
30%.
30%, 300,000. I just met, I was a panel speaker and a panelist last week with Lazada, Walmart, and a few others. The Lazada person told me they're doing 30,000 a day. 3%, 80% of parcels being moved around today are people like you. 80% of it. It's not the Lazadas, it's not the Zaloras, it's not the Fashion Valleys. It's the SMEs and below. The one selling via Facebook, the one selling via WhatsApp, the one that's just starting, just like you. That's why you make a big impact to the economy. And leading towards a developed nation, usually SME market gives about 30-40% of the GDP. We are far from that. We're just a fraction. Okay. So yeah, this is our website. Sign up is free. It's just like a Google Gmail account. You just log in and sign up for free. You get an authentication code to your mobile phone. Put in the number and it'll go on. So we just go straight to the login. So once you've signed up, log in. Log in. Yeah. So you log in, you will get this. You have your username and password. You just put that in. So yeah, so this will be your unique username and password which you will set. And it will bring you to a dashboard. Just like your Gmail, when you set up a Gmail or Yahoo Mail account, you will have your own view, right? Same thing. This will be your view. This is what we call a dashboard, right? So your name will be here. It's either ABC Sdn Bhd or Abu, Ali, Achong, Aju, whichever your name. Depends what you registered on. So let's do an example. You have a parcel to whichever, Murali. Just put in the postcode, the state will show automatically. The postcode, you have their terms and conditions here. We are a platform reselling their service, right? We are not reinventing the wheel here. We're giving convenience to you guys. So if you have when you registered earlier, you have a pickup point, let's say your office or wherever it is, you just press this button. Oh, you didn't use the same address. Okay. Hang on, sorry. So what happened was here is Murali, when he signed up, he put his address as Klanajaya, right? When he signed up. So that will automatically, the system will say pickup will be from Klanajaya. Only your two changes every now and then, your customer, right? Who you send it to. So what Murali normally did was he used a different address as a pickup point. So the system already captured to say they notified as a different point. In short, what happens is, let's say you're working from Klanajaya, sending all over Malaysia. Pickup point doesn't change. However, suddenly you expand. You have a second outlet now in Taman Tun. So you can use the same account, but you have to key in the new pickup address every time. Or what you can do is set up two different accounts. Yeah. Yeah, let's just fill it up. So this is when you have to fill in the details. By right, when you press the user profile details, all this will be filled up automatically. I think you need to pull the screen up to show that. Yeah. So yeah. So this is just like your to and from. Yeah. By right, this when you press the button again, I can't emphasize further on top. All this should be automatically filled up. You don't have to key in like what we are doing it now. How we're doing it. Now, address book. Do you have any address book right to show? Yes. So you can even key in your repeat buyers. So you don't have to key in all the time for the same provider. And by right, when you press that, everything should fill up over here as well. Yeah. So we're just doing a demo for you to understand, to show you how simple it is to send a parcel with Myparcel Asia. All of this should be just at a click of a button. You don't have to do what we're doing now. It's just that because I think we got the postcodes different. Okay, then you have to click I agree. And next. So here's the order summary. This is your cart, just like any shopping cart. You can go to a new parcel and press again if you want, but let's not do that. Let's close this down. You can see the details. Again, Murali, sorry. Yeah. You can check all your details again before you go to the payment counter. And you press confirm order. Yeah. Then you can pay with your credit earlier. So we are a top-up credit customer. So that's why the price was 6 ringgit. Otherwise, it will be 9 ringgit. Right? Now, the moment you press this, can we generate a barcode? Sorry, the consignment note. Go back to the dashboard, I think. Okay, yeah. So when you do that, you can download the airway bill. There you go. Can we downsize this to show it that's an A4? So basically, when you make payment, this is your consignment note, the one that you have to manually fill out to send over the counter at Post Laju, GDAX, Nationwide, whatever it is. It's an A4 document, you just cut it into 4. And when we generate this, a signal, we have been integrated with the APIs with all the service providers to say, hey, there's a pickup from ABC Sdn Bhd from Planajaya. So a signal has already sent to Post Laju, and they will come to your doorstep for the pickup for 6 ringgit with no commitments to sign up a contract account with any of the service providers. So we are also going to go live with TNT, Aeromax and DHL. So in future, not only for your domestic, also for your international, you can use us from your doorstep with no commitments. So we are bringing a person that usually has this commitment with the logistics providers would need to have a spend of maybe 20,000 a month. What we are doing is enabling that for you to even have at 10 ringgit a month. You can still have the service of this. Yeah? And we're looking a lot further. We're looking into, there's phase 2 to our business, which we are working with the retail outlet to become a drop point and a pickup point. What actually happened is we did a case study of the market, and we realized there are 2 main pain points. One is the pickup, like now we call it the first mile, and the second issue was the last mile. People are never at home to receive their parcels. So the second phase, we're working with a retailer, we're doing a pilot soon, to make it a drop point and a pickup point. This retail outlet has about 1,000 of outlets in Malaysia, so usually every household area would have one. And when your parcel is delivered there, you'll get a notification from email and you can go and pick it up. Yeah, so and they usually operate about up to 10 p.m. or 12 a.m. Not like the Post Laju or any other warehouse which closes at 5, 6 p.m. Yeah. One thing I'd like to also show you is the dashboard, one more last thing. Down there, yeah? Yeah, okay. If we go back to the dashboard, right? I think we go up. Yeah, dashboard. Yeah. So if we go to your all shipments and go down, you will be able to also see every single shipment you've used along the way with us. Press the button down and you'll be able to see the consignment note, and on another sheet you will see the invoice as well. Click on the consignment note and you will see each individual consignment note is automatically saved on your dashboard, on a PDF document. Right? If you go back again to the dashboard, you can also go to My Orders. Again, each individual shipment, and you can print the invoice as well. You try and press print invoice. So for accounting purposes, you have all this already at your fingertips. Yeah, and then back to the dashboard. And if we go, back to all shipments. Every sheet you can export via spreadsheet. So at the touch of a button, all these data, all the things you've sent will be exported into an Excel sheet for you to do your filtering process. So you can even look like, hey, how come I did the Excel sheet filterization, nobody is buying my beauty products from Sabah and Sarawak. Then you can go to your digital marketing expert and say, I want to do a Facebook ads, I want to target it to Sabah Sarawak. So you see, you're not going to be able to push things blindly anymore. This is data. How you use the data is all here for you. Yeah. Lastly, I'd like to show bulk upload. So let's say you say, hey, I started 1 shipment, Zakki is fine. I started with 5 shipments a day is fine. I'm moving to 20 now. I'm moving to 30, 50 a day. So I can't be keying in one by one all the time. So we created this thing called bulk upload. You download the template. It's an Excel sheet. Just download it to your computer. So yeah, so you key in all the details. Let's do the drop down. Parcel content. Drop down. So here again, remember we had fashion apparel and all the headings? Yeah, so basically you key in everything again. Content, valuable, but you can do up to 50 bookings, right? Receiver details and sender details. Save it on your laptop. Save it on your laptop, and then you press import order, and you can import whatever the file that you saved onto the website. And when you make the payment, if it's 50 shipments will be in your cart. If it's 20 shipments will be in your cart. And when you make the payment, automatically 20 consignment notes or 50 consignment notes or 100 consignment notes will be generated instantaneously, and the signal has been sent to Post Laju for the pickup. So this is for people that have gone beyond the 1, 3, 5 shipments a day. They are growing, so we'll grow with you. The other last thing that I'd like to share is we're also integrating with marketplaces. So all the back ends of your carts, like Shopify, Magento, WordPress, SiteGiant, WooCommerce, we are doing all the integrations with them. So in future, when you grow bigger, from your own website, you can just pull all the data, meaning all the addresses of your deliveries, straight into into the Myparcel Asia account, your account, and it will be in your cart already. So you don't need to even do this Excel sheet anymore. So we're doing our first customer tomorrow morning. They have about 300 parcels a day. They're doing half automated, half manual. So we're doing this integration with them, and by click of a button, every order, 300 a day, will be shifted across to their Myparcel Asia account, and they can just print the airway bill. Okay, with that, I'll leave it to the floor. If there's any questions collectively, thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Zakki. Okay, so now I think we can have a few more questions. Since it's raining, we cannot go back also. So and then after that we have nasi lemak for everyone. Then we will stay here until 5. Okay. So anyone have any questions?
Just now you are talking from seller to customers. What about seller to suppliers? Because we are small, sometimes we just need to collect some small parcel from our suppliers.
It doesn't matter. So long as you have an account with Myparcel Asia, you can send, so long as, like I said, I'm reselling their service, as long as it's below 30 kilos per consignment, 1 kilo, 2 kilos, 3 kilos, it can be from A to B, B to C, C to D.
Just now you show the pickup address must be from seller.
Yes, but you can change that as well. That's why we had that issue. When you register, you will have, let's say, Taman Tun as your pickup address. But suddenly you expand, as I said, you have now Kelana Jaya as your pickup address. You can also do that manually and change it. So your pickup address can change according, yes. Or you can set up a separate account for Taman Tun, a separate account for Seremban, whichever you want.
Good. Any questions? Yes.
I'm developing my own gadget. If you actually tried to go online. But you say the chat is very important for support this day, live chat.
Live chat, yes.
Yeah. With the current intelligent level of chatbot, is it helpful?
Chatbot, is it? Oh, thanks. You know this term, that means you already do your research. What is chatbot? Let me explain to you. Chatbot is like a robot of answering the frequently asked questions.
That's right.
Example, there are many customers who come to our site. I place an order to you, this is my order number. Have you shipped? This type of question is very common every day. If you have a chatbot, depending on how you develop a chatbot, you can use Amazon platform, you can use many other apps to develop a chatbot. When you develop a chatbot, when they trace delivery and order number, they can even smart enough to go to your system to pick up the address with customer, auto reply to the customer without human intervention. That is available today. It's called chatbot. These services, ladies and gentlemen, you are not aware, right? So this is very useful. It's a robot answering the customer service. It's
So it's
okay.
helpful.
It's helpful. You can take a look at Amazon. Somebody told me, go very close to Amazon. I'm also an Amazon partner now. Learning the game, I'm into the game, but I can tell you, they tell me you can build in 1 day. But I don't know how to build. But last year I went to the Amazon event, I saw that 3,000 people in Malaysia, a lot of students. So if you engage someone who have interest to build for you, they can do it in 1 day. This solution. Yeah.
Second question for Sharon.
Yes.
You were sharing that through your journey, past few years when you started, you seem to start your own website, Facebook, then only you go on to player platform like Lazada.
Yeah.
So let's say I start up my business, do you suggest I go through a similar journey? Instead of jumping on Lazada,
What
right?
product are you selling?
What product? Yeah, very good
I just
question.
feel SKU, I try to develop some machine learning kind of gadget thing.
Mm-hmm.
So only few SKU, I try to test the market.
Less than 10?
Yeah.
Very niche.
Yeah,
niche.
that's why my next question. Very niche. Who are your targeted customers?
More like SME,
Is machinery or what?
not much small box kind of software I try to package.
What kind of consumer will
Yeah,
buy?
what kind of consumer, what kind of people will buy?
People mostly for industry. The
Okay.
pricing below 2,000 ringgit.
I mean, it should be B2B.
Yes, it should be B2B. It should, because, you know, when you come across all these online platforms, Zara, 11 Street and Shopee, this is only meant for people like product, which is, everyone know what is that. Everyone will buy clothes, toothbrush and this kind of thing. But if you have special unique product, you must find your uniqueness. Who are your targeted customer? First of all, you must ask yourself. Secondly, if let's say you want, everyone will need this product, then you do it publicly like B2C. But if only certain people will buy this product, then you have to target accordingly to that industry itself and see what are the platforms that actually, like for example, Lazada will be more on electronics, Zalora will be more on fashions and things like that. So if yours doesn't drop any of this, then you have to find your own way to create your own awareness. Maybe you can only use this kind of platform as an advertising space.
Okay.
It's not for selling because you know that people won't buy from that because people won't look for those kind of products because people don't even know existence of that product. That is very important.
This is for Sharon.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask about PDPA.
Yes.
So, when we share data to, let's say, third party like Myparcel or anybody, so they are not partners, right?
Sorry? Again?
As a PDPA
Uh-huh.
requirement, the regulation,
Uh-huh.
where we need to register as a company.
You mean register PDPA?
Yeah, for PDPA. Basically, like you can list down all the clauses and all disclaimers in your site,
Yes.
and you are sharing the certain information about customers to third parties. Like for
Uh-huh.
example, Myparcel or it can be TresGo.
Okay.
What if a third party discloses it to someone else?
Okay.
Where
So,
the responsibility lasts
Okay.
as a company?
Okay.
And, what if that I saw on pdpa.gov or something?
yes.
You have to register, but there is no response after that. So what should we be doing as a company to what are the regulatory requirements and where the responsibility ends?
Okay. Very good question. I also never registered a PDPA yet because I never know it needs to be registered. Because what how PDPA works as we understand. For website, for people that have not have website yet, we talk about website first. For whoever that has not have a website yet, but you want to create your own website, the BAPD app must be inside. Without that, your payment gateway and all those things cannot be approved. This is first thing. And the way you draft your PDPA must be very intelligent and very intensive. How I mentioned by intensive, not only covering yourself, okay? The PDPA must also covering yourself and the third party that involved in your businesses, okay? Like say for example, if you want to be more detailed, you must list out. So since you are online, your like your third party not less than, including and not less than your logistic company, your promotional company, including whatever promotional channel that you're using, you must list down in detail. So that when people touch you, you already mentioned in the PDPA Act covering blah, 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 and blah. So make sure you comply with this, not outside of this. Let's say for instance, you're selling IT. Suddenly the data went into like selling shoe. Okay, and the data are very detailed data as if it's copied from your system. They have every single detail that this particular person has it, like the email address, addresses, IC number, phone number, even the mother's number, everything you know. That means to say, if you have the mother's name, the data sure come out from the bank. Because for personal data, you never have ever asked for bank, your mother's name. Yeah, all these security questions.
Yep.
Yes, so that is very important. That is where you track down where your data leaks from. So it's very important you put it in details. I give you a clue. If you do not know how to draft right, you got bank agreement or not? You got credit card application form or not? Learn from that. I also learned from that. I studied a lot of form before I create my own PDPA Act. Because the bank is the most coverage one. You cannot attack the bank one. The bank has covered from head to toe, from toe to head one. So that's where you learn. That's where I learned. I got a lot of bank PDPA. I got a lot of big Maxis telco company PDPA and sit down and re-study. This is how I work. Because I never do something that I don't understand. That's my... Because we, as a business owner, you have to know when it touches you, it doesn't touch your staff, it doesn't hurt your management, it hurts the business owner. You are the one who go to the jail, not them. They'll just say bye-bye to you and they go next door. So you have to cover yourself. You have to understand every single thing. So does that answer your question?
PDPA is a completely topic that you warrant a separate session with a lawyer.
Yes.
I attended twice. I can tell you it's very detailed.
Yes.
In a nutshell, I would say that PDPA, you probably, I think from a business owner perspective, you need to protect the usage of data.
Yes.
And including the way your staff manage, store, secure, and eventually delete the data. Those flow, you need to take care of it very well. As long as nobody use and call the customer, more so when we are dealing with multiple marketplaces, we also have third-party supplier, logistics supplier, warehousing supplier, and so on, who have potentially have our customer database. You need to make sure that this party have a PDPA policy in place, and also having a policy is one thing, practicing is one thing, and you need to have a regular audit. My experience, because recently I engaged a lot of international brand partners, they come to my place and audit on a yearly basis. So I need to make sure every of my new staff come in, I need to make sure they sign it the day one, they need to understand this policy. I need to make sure that they don't take any of the things out. I need to make sure all these things are done properly, where you store it, all these you need to take close. But to more about, as long as the information has not been misused, not be used for other marketing purpose, you store it just to do your job, it's fine. You're not violating the law until it's been used.
There was a scenario where third party information was there. I could Google search and I could find the information which was shared. Basically, they had not properly secured it.
It depends on the leak of source. I can say that again. How many of you aware of the Facebook CEO, very popular this couple of days, being interviewed by the press, right? Facebook is one source of information.
Yes.
Where information are willingly shared by people like us. Sometimes we overshare our information to make sure that the data is so good until that you go to certain places, you can get things out from there. Yeah. So I think that that's why the source of sharing is the key, right?
That's the question again, like where the responsibility stops. After that, what are the regulatory requirements? Like you said, it's like covering by putting disclaimer is only a first level of defense.
Training as well. Example, first you need to have a disclaimer to protect a company interest. Secondly, you must show that every year now I need to do training to my staff make them sign their yearly checklist they have attended the training. So that I also take a picture and show to my principal I actually did the training. But it's still linked, then it's a different case already. That means I have the right to go after the individual staff. Right? Because if as a business owner, you don't take the precaution to even to educate and train, that is the issue. If you do that, somebody still violate, there is an individual level, you have the right to go after an individual level. So that's how I advise you all to do that. I know a lot of us think, no need lah, we just talk, like verbal can already. But when you do a yearly security training, privacy training, I call it privacy training, because I used to work for US company, Microsoft Intel, it's compulsory every year you attend the same question and maybe change question every year online and submit your name worldwide so that they are compliant as a US company. It's the same thing you have to apply as a local SME today. Okay? You do a privacy training. That's to safeguard the company interest. Many of you are ship owner here, right? Yeah. No matter how big, how small it is, at least you do your part. Okay? When they come in, you make them sign the privacy and security thing, they understand. Give them sufficient training. Yearly do a audit again and check through those things. It's a must. Yeah. Okay? Any question regarding CIM? I think it's raining. A lot of us still cannot go home. Their food out there waiting. Maybe I think 1, 2, 3 last question, then we'll call for a day. Can I have that for gentlemen first? We still can have more questions out there in person if you want to.
Yeah, Mr. Sunny.
Yep.
So just now you mentioned about you have 20 over member in your team. So I want, and for both Malaysia and Singapore, so I want to ask a little bit details how you allocate your manpower, because you have many marketplaces and also Facebook and other, and also you have to deal with your brand partner.
Sure.
Yeah. So
sounds like sharing business. Okay, I try to share as much as I can. Yes, I only have a small team. Singapore is a very expensive operating cost. I have 2-3 people there, enough to do the ordering, packing, and do the job. I buy everything there. They ship everything to me on a daily basis. I ship everything there on a daily basis, right? But I have a lot of operation out from Malaysia supporting that business over there. So the centralization is very important. See, the beauty of online business is you can centralize resources where you are. If one day, nothing to hire, if I go every other country in Southeast Asia, I will have the Thai speaking people, Vietnamese speaking people, Tagalog speakers based out of Malaysia, supporting the country with a skeleton of resources in that country to do the job just over there. Because it's cheaper to manage in one place as well. The biggest challenge for doing regional business or to try to do things in overseas is that localization. The more people is the most difficult thing to manage, right? I can tell you in Singapore it's also not easy for me, right? Nothing is easy. Yeah, first year billion business, but your staff turnover, the hiring right people, the expectation. I can tell you my secret of hiring the success of the 2 people, 3 people I still have in Singapore. All my Singaporean staff left when I first joined my first year. The one that remaining are the Malaysian with the PR or the Malaysian with the work permit that still work well in Singapore. Like you, that's real, right? Most of the ones that do good job and have the expectation is this is something that is a joke. Malaysian, when we are given a lot of responsibility by our boss, we feel very proud. We work very late to finish the job. When you're giving a lot of responsibility and tasks to Singaporean, hey, this is not the SLA you give to me in the 9 to 5 that I signed the contract with you. There's a difference on our work cultures. When you go to Indonesia, it's a different story. You know what's Indonesia? I cannot understand, I cannot cope, right? It's a different culture, you have to deal with Southeast Asian dynamics. Right? Okay, I hope I answered your question. Yeah, centralization is the key. Don't be overly grow by duplicate. I can tell you in online business, you need to prepare to invest to lose money for a while in order to make money. No matter how big, how small you are. Okay? I'm serious about this, right? You need to invest. Yeah.
Okay, hello. My question is to Sharon and Susani. I think just now we were mentioned about the importance of live chat if let's say,
You mentioned Sharon got voucher. Next time, please mention.
if let's say we have a limited manpower, or let's say it's a very small company running a one-man show, so we don't have a capacity to really to entertain customer day in, day out,
Yep.
and answering
Yep.
a live chat. Is there any other option?
How many store you're operating today online or touch point?
I'm actually an inspiring
Or inspector about to go in?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but to start small, ideally to have a live chat, but I think with short manpower, maybe one-man show.
My suggestion, start with the Facebook first.
Okay,
Are you a Facebook freak today? That means that you are already using Facebook yourself as a personal?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, then to manage your page is very easy. So what I want to say is that Malaysia is slightly behind Taiwan. I meet many of Taiwan friends who are ahead of Facebook. Today, even Malaysian friends, you can do sales on Facebook. But when you actually do transaction on Facebook, you have to go the PM way, some they mentioned, right? To close the deal. That become a lot of work to follow up. Okay? But having said that, everything, because of the beautiful of Facebook, everything that record your conversation is being tracked and stored, so you can trace back. You don't need to have a separate CRM application to go and store those things on your Excel or whatever, or write somewhere in your Google 365 or whatever to close the deal, right? So I think Facebook is the best for anybody who want to come online to start with. There are also applications like Alvana, one of them I know that is that they build on for you, even do payment gateway and manage throughout Facebook. Right? Facebook, you can do Messenger. Messenger can link up to your phone. Wow. So I can actually, the phone ring when I pick up. So when you bring up to the phone, right? Because today my phone, I can click onto my phone, the page I manage in Singapore page, my Malaysia page, I can actually track any of the customer issue, is my staff responding to them on time or not. So those that I say Facebook is one area you should start with first. The other area, of course, is to look into marketplaces next. Once you know how to do it in Facebook, then marketplaces will be natural, right?
Then in terms of the loss of sales, not using a live chat, how many percent actually? You mentioned just now that actually there's a certain percentage that we might lose.
Ideally, if you can respond well, Malaysia standard not the China standard of 1 hour.
How many seconds?
Malaysia standard, I say that as long as you respond to them within 24 hours or 12 hours is ideal. Within 24 hours is acceptable.
I thought minutes.
But in working hour, not in minutes, in working hour, your response has to be faster. It has to be like almost a 6-hour block. So it is also, you need to be very cleverly plan your time when you wake up. Before you start the business, no phone call, nobody come and do delivery, no packaging, you finish all the messaging first. If I were you in the individual, I'll probably do beginning in the morning, I do one lunchtime, one end of the day. 3 rounds, you clear all your messaging for the day. That's why I asked you how many stores you manage. You manage one store, to do these 3 things is possible. You manage like, the business I'm doing is 20 over stores, with all the messaging coming in. I also got headache now, I don't mind telling you. I'm also thinking how well can I restructure my CRM? Is it 1 people, 2 people, 3 people? I used to full-time doing it, and now I have multiple people taking tasks to do it because some or size, is it a free size? When how to deliver? This type of delivery question everybody can answer. So it's very subjective. So you to answer customer service, my ask is put yourself in the customer's position. As a seller, you should have FAQ ready to facilitate your team. FAQ is very important. FAQ today can be Autobot. Make it to Autobot, make the robot automatically respond to them also can, because they pick the keyword. Correct? Okay?
Sunny, can I touch
Yes.
on a little?
Yeah.
Okay, just now the question is because you are one-man show or you're two-man show, doesn't mean you're no one show. Okay? So, how you work, because now if you work with platform, like Lazada, they have Lazada apps. So, no matter where you are, you don't have to have your laptop. Your smartphone is your best friend. You can actually respond from there, first thing. So if you are talking about Shopee is a mobile apps that you can actually move around with. So again, your mobile is your best friend. So if you're one-man show, two-man show, my advice to you, go step by step. Don't be very hungrily that you want to go to all the platforms. There's no way that you can handle. I can guarantee you. Even with my team also, we can't go in one shot. So you must go one by one. Let's say you are selling fashions. You know you should attack Zalora first. instead of Lazada. If you are selling women's product and you are running very low cost product like 5 ringgit, 10 ringgit product, attack Shopee first. Okay? If you are selling digital products, attack Lazada first. You have to understand every single platform where your customer is. With your limited resources, okay, go with that platform first. And what Sunny said is right. Facebook is a must because there's always when people, you take yourself as an example. You want to buy something, you search the fella from Facebook first, whether they exist in Facebook or not. Okay, and to emphasize a little on the Alibaba.com, where you have to respond in 1 hour, the hi doesn't take into account. I do not know why their system is so intelligent. The hi doesn't take into account, and they don't have auto respond. You have to really hi blah 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 something, then only that takes into a response rate. So they are challenged. So people talk about online is very challenging already, yet to mention CBT. So we're talking about CBT is a bit too far. We talk about localized. So you go step by step, understand your product, which platform suit you the most, and then always remember your mobile is your best friend. And your mobile partner is who? Your power bank. See?